Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right, and now the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. So, if you live in a hilly city like Seattle, this electric bike has been a huge upgrade from a regular bicycle for me. When the box showed up, I was a little intimidated because I've never assembled a bicycle in my life, but this was surprisingly beginner-friendly. It took about an hour, and I actually turned it into a family thing with the kids hanging around. You basically install the handlebars, the front wheel, the headlight, the fender, and the seat, and everything you need is included. By the end, it felt like a big achievement to build our first bike together. If we can do it, anyone can. On the road, the difference is night and day. I live in a neighborhood with some brutal hills, and a regular bike used to feel like a slog the whole way, with the last stretch forcing me to push. This electric bike changes that. Acceleration is quick, and the hill climbing is the standout for me. I dropped it into first gear, PAS1, and it just cruised up the slope without the usual fight. The ride itself is smooth and stable, which makes longer spins a lot more comfortable than I expected. Charging is pretty straightforward too. It takes about 3 hours to get a full charge out of the box. I haven't drained the battery down enough to test the full advertised range yet, but after riding it for a couple of weeks, I'm confident the battery life is solid for daily commuting. The setup was straightforward, and the bike feels solidly built in the process. A note on sizing, it runs a bit small, so if you're over 6 feet tall, this one might feel tight. It weighs no more than about 30 pounds with the battery, which makes it easy to maneuver. The power assist kicks in shortly after you start pedaling, which makes everything feel minimally effortful. Overall, this feels like a perfect utility bike for my needs, and I'm already thinking about adding a back seat so I can bring the little one along. One more thing, the assembly and setup did take me about 90 minutes to dial in properly, but the instructions are clear enough, and brakes and gears just need a careful alignment. It's very much a one-person job, as long as you don't rush the tightening. The motor is punchy and responsive, and even with a bit of extra weight, it still feels capable. Top speed hits around 20 miles per hour quickly, with a smooth assist that keeps you in control. The build quality and the ride feel good in day-to-day use, and the tires strike a nice balance between rugged and smooth on city streets. Bottom line, this electric bike is an incredible value for an adult rider. It's fast, reliable, and has more than enough power to spare. If you don't mind spending a bit of time on the initial setup, you'll likely be very happy with how this performs.